My God!
Oh no! Help me! Oh my God!
You are no match for me!
Oh no!
You cannot hide, coward! I am coming for you! I have plan for you! I am going to kill you, and kill you, and kill you! I have plan for you. I will find you. Killing you is full-time job now. Charge! You are dead! Kaboom! You are dead! You cannot beat me! Run home to Mama! Oh no! Help me! How could this happen? Ah! Stupid!
For most of my life I thought I dislike extraction games. Steel Hunters convinced me otherwise. It turns out I dislike laying still as a stone in a patch of grass for 16 hours, hoping and praying that no shitter with a sniper rifle in the entire lobby was literate enough to type Tarkov cheats into his search engine. However, it turns out I'm very content with third-person perspective Titanfall. Steel Hunters, new game from creators of World of Tanks, Planes and Other Ship, scheduled to release sometime in 2025, finds a very good solution to almost all the typical problems you'd encounter across the Battle Royale/extraction genre. Allow me to elaborate. Typical BR game involves spawning essentially naked and afraid, frantically searching for means to defend yourself, and then, depending on what you found, camping in a corner to be the last one alive, or dying to a third party. Steel Hunters alleviates first issue by spawning you already armed and ready, so you can throw hands at the first sight of the enemy, cutting out all the situations where you may die just because someone else found a gun faster. Secondly, Steel Hunters entices you to move not by threatening you with damage, but tempting you with goodies. Stat upgrades, resources, temporary buffs and rare kits are all needed to be scavenged and fought for, and the best thing about the game ends up being that the loot is received as a reward for capturing objectives. It isn't just laying on the ground in some ditch somewhere, so ratting around the map in search of gear is not an optimal strategy in this game. Additionally, every objective on the map shows when it starts being captured and when it finishes being captured, putting a small but significant monochrome of risk on the process of attaining different buffs and upgrades. Similarly, extraction is not simply a door or a chopper to interact with. You got to get to the evac point, capture and hold it, like any other objective, and holding that point until extraction timer runs out awards you victory, like capturing enemy spawn in World of Tanks does. In general, while playing Steel Hunters, you always have general idea where enemy might be, and never have to fear getting popped out of nowhere, making the normally stressful high-stakes gameplay oddly relaxing and simply fun on the moment-to-moment basis. Even when you have nothing to shoot at, objectives provide an ample way to pass time by gathering self-buffs and enemy debuffs, and generally preparing for the next engagement. All of that makes Steel Hunters more of an objective-based brawler than either BR or Extraction title. And that's very good news for all the fans of grimy, scrappy fights with whole truckloads of lead being sent both ways. And that objective-based game mode is enhanced by the playable characters. Hunters are surprisingly agile for a war utensils with tonnage of entire anonymous feminist association, and all possess their own unique weapons, abilities, and most interestingly, unique crit hitboxes. For example, how do you headshot something that seemingly doesn't have a head? Well, every machine in this game, humanoid or not, has their own vital systems, be it weapons, specific joints or exhaust vents, unique for each character model, and aiming for them is as crucial as going for the head in, let's say, Apex Legends. Here, however, firing at each different hunter feels distinct, as you end up aiming for different parts of their chassis, leading to such basic thing as aiming at the enemy feel emergent and fresh every fire exchange. The act of firing itself also feels great, with recoil and sound design tailored perfectly to give the weapons this punchy feeling that makes the grey matter release dopamine. Consecutive exchanges of magazine contents between gentlemen feel great in this game. Health bars merge satisfyingly, and the feeling of high stakes while we race to the last one standing make each decision, each flank, each ability usage feel impactful, and each kill feels satisfying, while rest of the entire game works to alleviate the frustration whenever you end up on a back foot. For example, one small but impactful quality of life here is the ability to fabricate ammunition, so you are never really out of means to defend yourself. It is an ability on a fat cooldown, but if there's no ammo on the map, it doesn't mean you cannot win. You just have to manage your resources a little more carefully. Similarly, you can always respawn on top of your teammate if they remain alive, so death is merely a temporary setback for your squad. So long one of squad mates has at least 1 HP left, you're both still in the game. On top of all the gameplay quandaries, each and every hunter can be personalized with different loadouts, switching for example burst firing primary into fully automatic one, increasing damage, magazine size, augmenting or even changing the behavior of certain abilities. This in combination with the fact that effects have to be slotted into loadouts, making their inclusion more of a horizontal than vertical progression system, and we end up with a very promising upcoming title. Current weakest side of Steel Hunters is just the fact that there is only 7 hunters available at the time of the current beta, and that each hunter only has 2 loadout options for each of their weapons and abilities. But considering date of full release is still unannounced, there is a rather significant chance both game's roster and loadout options for each hunter will be expanded noticeably before full release. And if the biggest complaint a nitpicky cunt like me can muster is game's roster is too small, then you know damn well that, as I said previously, we have a promising title coming up. Well, before we wrap everything up, a big sign of gratitude towards all the generous Patreon supporters continuously considering my dubious quality content worth their money. You're all truly welcome. Crabface out.